Sarah, thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. How's everyone doing this morning? I already did my sesh, so cheers to y'all that are possibly seshing while we're sitting here. I have my little thing, so thank you, God's mom, for the heart. Hey, sorry. Good morning. Hey, what's up? Do I go on Reddit? No. Very rarely. I do have a Reddit, and I think I'm still a part of a lot of the groups on there, but I don't really go on it much. When I get my laptop, I want to keep up with Reddit, you know, but sometimes it's a little hard. GRB Snark page, check it out. Someone organized the emails. I knew somebody would eventually. My dad had a house. Yeah. Been loving my Gypsy content. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But please check out my other content. Please. It's not that I mind, because I really don't mind that people know me for my Gypsy content, but I hope that most people will also watch my other content so they can learn about other cases or other things I'm interested in. And I have a lot, guys. I have a podcast. I'm doing a conspiracy theory on my podcast this week. I'm so excited. I love doing conspiracy theories because we can talk open. I don't have to worry about getting like the facts right and making sure things are correct, you know? With conspiracy theories, I can just like talk and be like, oh my God, you know? So I'm super excited. They really are angels on earth, for real. Good morning. I'm good, Heather. How are you? Thank you, Beefy. I appreciate it. Awesome. Well, welcome to the Trippy tribe. All we ask is you be kind. We love opinions. If you're like, bitch, I don't think that, kindly be like, I don't think that. Because I love opinions. I have a lot of people, like, I have at least a handful of people that I follow that have different opinions than me. And it's refreshing, you know, that people could actually do that. Oh, thank you. I like that you're not one of those people who only wants to hear people who... Yeah, I don't. I want to have a good debate with you. If you bring a good point, I'm going to think about it. I think people take me a certain way because I can be like, nah. But it's not, even though if I come off that way, even when I do come off that way, I do think about it. If somebody says something that makes sense, I'll be like, huh, that's a good point. Because that makes me think, you know? Good morning, Brianna. Do you think that Gypsy is easy to track, easy to pattern? She seems to go on pattern. Yep. I've been telling people since the beginning of time about this. That woman is patterns like crazy. And honestly, she hasn't really broke any patterns. Even in jail with the emails, so out here it's social media. So if you've noticed, it always starts. When I tell you I've been watching this, okay? Her with social media, it always starts with a break from social media. Look at how many times she's done it. She's done it around 8 times in a whole year since she's been out. And every single time, that's what always starts the motherfucking drama. Within and outside of her control. Once she gets off the internet, that's the start of this cycle that keeps on going. So she gets off the internet. She gets back on the internet within a short period of time. And she tries to appease people, like that video she did. So she tries to say, you know, I appreciate you guys, I didn't do this because of whatever and whatever, like, you know, tries to appease people and gently addresses the issue. And I guarantee, if not this week, next week, or sometime before the end of the month, around sometime, there's going to be another crash out completely. That's going to be like, people are going to be talking about it. It's literally a pattern of things she's been doing since she got out. And when she was in jail, it was a pattern of breakups. So she would break up with somebody. That would be the catalyst of her going insane, cutting her hair, crying, being depressed, sleeping all day, whatever the fuck she wanted, right? And that was the catalyst to her. Then she would meet someone, she'd be enthralled, she'd do all this extra stuff, and it would just be a pattern. She did it in jail. Even if it was with the same person, she was doing it in jail. It's crazy. It's part of her crashing out. I'm just so angry at how she did her. Dee Dee was so sick. No one deserves to go sick and scared. Yeah, she was happy that Nick's mother. I haven't gotten to that part yet, Jamie. It's all pattern, scheming, and drifting. Thank you for the follow. Hello, tis early? Is it early? It's around the same time. I'm actually a little bit later than normal. I've been going through her emails a lot. Yeah, I haven't really gone through the emails personally. I've just been watching Into the Weeds, and I have a lot of notes to debunk, or not debunk, but notes to go over before I go into like reading all of this stuff. But yesterday I did catch something. So I think I caught where she said that guy Brian's last name. And I've been trying to research it, but nothing comes up. But I know there's a couple people I could reach out to confirm or deny this. But it's kind of weird, so. No matter who she was talking to, it turned into. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, the love bombing was crazy. I wrote that in my notes, the love bombing. So hard to pretend they're unbothered, showing how bothered they are. I know, right, Lindsay? Thank you for sharing the live. It's literally what she does every time, yeah. Ryan needs to adjust the 5-year GRB made. She'll crash out if he does that. That's true. Hi, Vicky. Thank you, Brenda, for the heart. What do you think about the Ryan thing with his ex? So I commented on Into the Weeds podcast to let them know that they did actually read that portion. I think it was in the second or third live that they did. I caught it before because I watched it yesterday and I caught it before then. Good morning. And I'm gonna be honest, I think it's true. I know Gypsy lies a lot, but you have to remember that there's a lot of truth, especially when she's not the happiest person. And we know being with Ryan was very forced for her because she was running out of time. She needed to establish something with somebody so it didn't look weird. That was the whole thing she was doing in all those emails. When she writes somebody new or somebody seems to be new to be introduced, she's just trying to marry someone. Like, point blank, period. Good morning, Betsy. Thank you for the gifts by you, Bao. I want to know what you thought about that claim. Where did I get my shirt at? I got it at Family Dollar. And it has like a little, it says, "We shall fear no evil." It's like a little patch. It's super cute. And still not spending time with their child. Oh, I know, right? She wants to have everybody's baby. That's weird to me, yeah. It's like a breeding king. Good morning, Jayla. Also has to come out to deny it. Yeah, and I don't know. Let's see if he does or not. I mean, if he wants to get a job, he needs to, and I guess he does kind of have to come out and deny it, right? Like, he can't sit there and say, yeah, like, that happened. Like, a lot of people are gonna side-eye the heck out of him, so I don't know. Hey, Toxic Barbie, thank you for the heart. Yeah, but see, he could only sue if it's not true. Because if he tries to sue, lawyers are going to contact that ex-girlfriend and be like, you know? Oh, it's not that he's attracted to boys. I think if it did happen, it was a situation, and I'm not defending him because I think he's already not a. I mean, look, he likes Gypsy for her voice, which sounds like a little girl, and Gypsy's like a. But anyways, if it's something that did happen, I think it was a negligent mother, more or less. But also, it was. I don't think he sees it that it was also his fault. So I think there could be a chance he will speak out against it and blame the mom. You know? It's only defamation if it's not true. But if he knows they'll talk to that ex-girlfriend and prove that it's true, they can't file. I mean, they won't. Their case falls apart. That's why I said if it's not true, he needs to sue his... Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Vicky. Negligent mom, but he wasn't... Exactly. But we all know how he tried to blame Gypsy for losing his job, so... Didn't she say 6 years ago, or was it 6 or 16 years ago he had said it happened? So he would have been like in his 20s. I think Ryan's older though, right? 16 years, yeah. Oh, yeah, see, that could be when he was on, yep. Because what did he say? He's been sober for 14 years? Well, that's a good point into the mystic. How would he have told her? He's closer to 40, yeah. He may have regretted and told Gypsy. Maybe. It's a possibility. But if you also see a lot too, there's a lot of instances where they cover up things. Like they'll cover up like the way they're talking, like even in like a sexual way, they cover it up with talking like in a different, like naming things different and stuff like that. He also used to be, I saw him speaking to a girl who's still. He was great with her. For her to make such specific. They talk in code, yeah. But she may have lied how it went, like maybe kid walked in on it. Oh yeah, like, and they did stop, yeah. So there is some so that's the thing, is like people can sit here and say Gypsy lies, you know, she lies so much, like you can't really believe her and yada yada yada, right? But what people don't understand is that in order for her to continue this lie and be so confident with it, she does sprinkle in truth around. And the stuff that people have been saying, that people have been told, is when Gypsy is mad. That's what I have seen. Is when Gypsy is mad, she goes around and tells people everybody else's business. And maybe some of it is fabricated, but a lot of it seems to be true because she is mad at the time, you know? She was probably just telling the story to someone to make him sound weird. Well, I mean, he is weird. You don't have to make a dude that writes a mama murderer in prison sound weird. Especially considering that he admitted to liking her child voice. Keen, good morning, Katie. Thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. Yeah. All those people that were writing her in jail are all very much equally strange. It's crazy. It's crazy. Also, this was never listed as a reason she was divorcing him among all the other claims. Oh yeah, for real. I think Brian had hatred for pedos and she told him this story. It hopes he would go after him. Well, Brian seemed like the only one that had like a head on his shoulders, you know? And so I've been trying to find the dude because I would love to have a conversation with him and be like, bro, like, are you happy you got away? Because, and has she tried to reach out to you? Like, it's crazy. Someone said that she's starting to make new personalities with all her new hairstyles. Possibly. Good morning. Ryan also admitted that when he said, oh, she's kind of cute, back when she looked 12. Wow. Just look at the Wade Wilson fangirl. Some people are disturbing, dude. I know. I was listening to the bunny phone call again and all her infatuation with him. Like, I don't even know why she took the time to do that. She's weird. It actually smacks with the minor if she's making it up. I mean, she gave him Ryan's address. I know! That was crazy. The bunny thing was wild, yeah. There's a story behind that. If you want to find out, go on my YouTube, check it out. That is in my past, and I don't give a fuck about that bitch. Will they be reading more emails? I think so. I haven't seen them upload anything new. I thought that I'd see something yesterday, but I think so. I watched the part 5. I thought that there would have been at least a part 6 by now, but I have no idea. I heard, so did they end up releasing them? I didn't look like in anywhere if they did. I love true crime, but some of these people take it. Oh, yep. A lot of people are disturbed when they find someone who unalives attractive. Yeah. Let me go on to their thing here. Hold on. They only have the part 5. Let me see if they posted. Oh, yeah. The emails. So the emails are in the Google Drive. Sorry about no live today. We're all exhausted. We have to pick back up tomorrow. Time to be announced. Have a blessed day. Okay, so that was the last one. So they did end up dropping the Google Drive for the emails. So they have all of the emails out and the infractions and everything that go with them. So you guys can go to Into the Weeds podcast and do that, but I don't know if they're gonna do any more lives. It doesn't say. They said they weren't going to read them out anymore, and they attached to Google Docs. Oh, okay. When did they say that though? Because they haven't posted. I don't know. Maybe did they post it here? I haven't looked at their stuff here. I didn't see any. I'm waiting for part 6. I didn't see any in the drive. You didn't see any in the drive? On the last episode, there wasn't anything after part 5. That's all that was there was part 5. Let's see. Photos, hotel photos. Well, supplemental reports. These are the sheriff ones. Yeah, some of the content is really hard to get through. I understand that. It's definitely understandable. Um, yeah, I don't see the emails here either, but there are all of it's the Gypsy FOIA drive, but emails just dropped into the. A lot of people are commenting. Let me see if they CD for her. I don't know. After part 5, they had a guest speaker on it. Oh, in the beginning they said it. Oh, okay. I don't blame them. Yeah, I don't blame them either. It's the 12th icon down. What do you mean 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. Okay. So when you go in it, it is so when you go into it and it has the files, so it has all of the files, and if you go down, it's the 12th icon and it says PDF, and those are all the emails. Thank you, Toxic Barbie. I wouldn't have known to click on that. Guys, I'm so pumped to get a laptop because working on devices that you touch and I don't like to get on my husband's computer too often. I found it on Snark. Oh, okay. Yeah, they dropped it on it's on their posts on their YouTube Into the Weeds podcast. Hey. Where did you locate the Google? Yes, so YouTube, if you go on to Into the Weeds podcast, they did post that they dropped the emails into the drive, and the drive has everything to do with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, like all the rest of the stuff too. You're welcome. And hopefully I'll have my laptop and maybe we can go over it. Like I'll plan it out and we can like go over some points, because once I get my laptop, that's one thing I'm gonna do is do like a lot of lives over on YouTube, and go over that, a lot of reaction videos and stuff like that. So I'm excited. I wish you would read the emails out loud. I'm bummed they stopped reading them. Yeah, I mean, thank you so much for the follow. I mean, it's the fact that the stuff in them is hard and it's boring. Like her relationship with Brian was freaking boring. I even put in the chat, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, this is boring AF. Like it wasn't even intriguing or like, oh, like, ooh, like, no, it was just boring. Like it was very like, I don't even know what to say about it. Thank you for the heart giggles. Hello. Now following. Thank you so much, Beefy. I appreciate it. Yay for the laptop. Yes. I had a good month last month. Jonah, so I guess somebody did organize them on Reddit, I guess. Somebody has them organized on Reddit, so. It wasn't even vanilla. It was just like, it wasn't vanilla because they did talk in a very questionable manner. It was like, I don't even know. Hey, Radiant Brit, what is up, girl? I just watched your video on the Grifting Jenkins. Hi. What am I listening to? Yeah, copy and paste. Repetitive, but like, I guess you could say somebody that's trying to be something that they so desperately aren't. You know what I mean? Thank you, Gypsy's toothbrush. Thank you. Online creators haven't blown up as much as I thought by the wood over the Ryan tea. Ryan is vanilla with a twist. I guess Ken is lavender, just very Fairy lavender. Right, he definitely is doing that. I'm dead. Gypsy's toothbrush, yeah. I love how when she was drunk with Bree, she's like, don't act like you've never done that. Excuse me? I've never done that. I've never done that, okay? Never. Never. Anyways. Craziness. I know, like, everybody? No. You're talking about a select group of people that find you interesting. So that says a lot right there. I think a lot of people know Gypsy is a compulsive liar, so Ryan is getting some grace. True. That's a big thing saving right there. Who would even think to... I know. Like, what? They make things for that. And you were able to, like, buy all this other kinky stuff with Nick. What stopped you from buying that stuff? That billboard was hilarious. I honestly would like to see what he has to say. Either way, he gets a chance to explain himself. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens. She could have gone to Spencer's for real. She could have sat on it. Don't pretend that you don't do that all the time. Oh my god, right, Vicky? Wow. Thank you for the follow. It's crazy. But, like I said, we should expect another crash out. And honestly, it might honestly be if Ryan responds. But do you guys notice how they strategically place it? Like, they'll be like, oh my god. What the heck? They'll strategically place it, like he'll like do a live and it'll be like on a Friday because he knows he's gonna get more gifts on a Friday. It's kind of insane to me. I don't know. This thing needs to be studied by somebody with like a PhD. It needs to be studied and dissected. It's crazy. At Berkeley here studying crash out culture. That's awesome, Sun Moon. Do you post videos? Let me know if you like to be interviewed. Am I crashing out? Oh, outside observer? Okay. That's cool. But she took a morning after pill. I know. She spent 8 years curating her new chair. Yep. For real, Misha. It's crazy. It would be interesting to like see like if she had journals and shit. Now that's where the real stuff's at. It's wild that every character in this game is super weird. Not a normal person to be found. I know, right? Not even like, not anywhere. Yeah, Sun Moon, definitely shoot me a DM. I also have, if you want to send me like anything, I have an email in my bio. But it's wild. Wildness. Dear Diary, today Keen wouldn't... I think he's kidding. Oh my god. Can you imagine what she writes about her dad? And oh my god. I don't even want to think about that. No. How can she be with a man she knows is gay? I don't know. Is she so into him? Think about it, Ash. I don't know. I think it's just, I feel like every person she's with is just like for the right now to I think everybody that she gets with is like for the right now until she finds the next one. You know what I mean? I don't think she really cares about love too much. She thinks she cares about love until it doesn't go her way, which, you know. I think he could be bi too. But I don't know. I've heard things about like him that tell me that he's not really into women. He has like this weird hatred for women, and you see it when he interacts with Gypsy. Kind of concerning he has a daughter, you know. Her little friends love to attack like chihuahuas, but they're so irrelevant without Gypsy. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I think Ken stays because he doesn't want to look like a deadbeat. They're all placeholders for the next legendary love story. For real. That's freaking spot on. I don't think she knows how to love. Yes, he's dark. Yeah. Her Disney fantasies. He's misogynistic. Yup. Ken's very, very, very misogynistic. There's not really a lot of money to be made anymore. Honestly, there's not. I think they're filming I said this yesterday and I will continue saying it. I think they're filming a special for Lifetime to kind of wrap it up. So I think they were filming for Lifetime when she went out, you know, to drink with Brie, and all of them. I think they filmed all of that. I think they filmed going to Texas. I think they filmed going to Florida, and this was funded by all of that. And they're gonna come back and they're gonna settle in and they're gonna film that, and I guarantee in about a month or so we're gonna see a trailer for a special. So no, not engagement. They might break that they've been engaged, but how many of her online followers do you think wrote her in prison? Probably a lot. Probably a lot. Ken stays because she had dirt on him. Well, now all the dirt is out, so we all know he's a user. He's been a user, never really stopped. And we all know he's had encounters with men. So those were the things she had hanging over his head. I mean, maybe she has something else, but I mean, you would think, what else would you like? It would have to be something very, you know, very telling. After all those emails, they're all bound to be crashing out. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think she got engaged on the beach. No, I think she got engaged like even before her parole. I hope you're right. I want her to get a job like everyone else. Makes me live it. The people struggle. Yeah. Why is she in Florida? Because Ken's dad lives in Florida. Let's see how long the engagement lasts. She wants him to pay for the week in Disney World. Yeah. She's thinking hard about... Oh, God. They're such a hot mess. And to think she's been planning to get pregnant for years. Well, I mean, look at her prison emails. Like I said, she literally from the get-go, it seems like she's trying to find a husband. And the only reason she went with Ryan was because she was coming down the line of things. And she had to establish something or it wouldn't look legit. So she was like, oh, well, I couldn't really pick and choose because the guy, Brian, I think the guy, Brian, would have been the guy if he wouldn't have spoke up and been so against so much stuff. So, as soon as Ken gets out of her life, something bad will happen to him, I'm afraid. I don't know. I mean, something bad might happen to her, you know. People underestimate that a lot, so open your mind. Is it not weird for them to be traveling to them and not the other way around for the baby? Yes, but I kind of see it in a sense where Gypsy wanted, like, you know, she wants to travel. I mean, she's said that. So I don't think that's weird. I think they would want to, but at the same time, it's kind of like the baby is so young, but they do have babysitters. I don't know. I don't know their frame of thinking. Okay, I'll look it over. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing the live. I feel Ken leaves her. She will go back to Ryan. Unless she has somebody down the line already. You never know. I want to know who's funding for these trips. If it's a Lifetime special, it's Lifetime. So we'll know if a Lifetime special comes out. Thank you for sharing the live. I read that Ken will go back to Ryan. Thank you for the heart. Okay. It was okay, but it was a little bit like too upbeat. Hashtag scrumptious. He thinks he's like an icon, huh? Like he feels iconic. Oh, jelly, Sadie. I love the white peach, but my husband likes white peach, and so he bought me this one yesterday, and then his white peach one, and he took it. So I love white peach though. The argument she recorded on the show was diabolical. That switched me over. So manipulative. I know, right? A scrumptious bottom. Best flavor. The way he talks with his arms and hands. No one will see it coming, not even Gypsy, and it's a legendary love story from enemies to lovers. Were your Gypsy sources that big blonde girl? I heard she was multiple people. Big blonde girl? No. Those were not my source. That was not my source. I actually have 3 different ones. You know, I love Ryan's edits. Are you talking about that Starfire chick? Who? I'm not in this stuff. My sources that I have told me that they would let me know if they end up talking, because I would be not necessarily the first, but they would let me like interview them. Teen Titans. I know, right? Starfire. No, where they put together all the times he says, oh, pfft. Her laying on the beach with the diaper, thinking she looks like Mia. She thinks her tattoos make her look edgy. The diaper. I actually looked that up, and it wasn't after, that was 4th of July that they did that, Mia posted that. Where is she posting her? My, Instagram, I think? I'm blocked on Instagram, so yeah, Mia isn't ever around her anymore because Mia's boyfriend doesn't care for Gypsy, so. And probably not for Ken either, honestly. I don't know, after those emails came out. Beefy, just remember who raised Mia. And they're awfully close still, so. That's what I always tell people. But it is good that she keeps her distance. And also remember that Mia's schooling for nursing was paid by this money of them talking about Gypsy's life and interviews and stuff like that. So she's not completely outside of the blood money circle, you know? So puts down every person she's supposed to love. Oh, yep. Ah, good point. I like that she called Christy out on the show. Yeah. Have I ever talked with Gypsy? Yes, I have. Ash, have you seen Rachel's text messages with Ken? I have not. Are they on Rachel's profile? Because I know her profile. Facts, not a big fan of her either. I think people give Mia too much credit. Yep, her chin and nose job too. Well, yeah, because she got paid for the show. She was on the show. I wouldn't put it past Gypsy to try and come onto Mia's boyfriend. Probably. Yes, Rachel sharing them. Oh, okay. I'll check her out. I haven't looked at her profile. I seen that she was live with somebody. I think it was Zora the other day. So, did you feel manipulated genuinely? Yes, I have. No. I do feel like, because, so, when she's messaged me a couple of times. The first time she messaged me, she wanted to correct me on something. And I need to find that message. I know I have it somewhere. And even if I don't have it somewhere, it's in my messages somewhere still because I didn't delete them. But the second time she messaged me in Conspiracy to dox Ken's ex-girlfriend and gave us like all the information. Even so, Conspiracy was on vacation, so she couldn't message and she didn't have like her phone. But I wasn't, so I saw her message come through right away. I was messaging her. She sent me stuff on my, because you know how you can't send pictures on TikTok. She sent me stuff on my Facebook, like pictures of Ken and this girl and what her profile looks like and all this stuff, right? And so I was like, okay. And so I tried to explain to her about Ken because this was the time where men were coming at me and I was talking about all that stuff. And I said, why are you telling me this? And she's like, well, because I want to make you aware because all these rumors are going on with Ken. And I said, well, that doesn't make a difference. But I gave her all the information where she can find Ken's stuff that I was able to find through people that messaged me. And I even gave her contact with one of the men. And she blocked me. She blocked me before my last message even went through. So, morning, main chick. Yeah, she gave me the ex's info. Watching Melissa more on YouTube. Don't you think it's strange how the smiley face is used by all three of them? The smiley face? She's the truth hurts, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, Gypsy has this thing. She's so extra. Yup. And I don't feel like the messages she sent me were manipulative, but it's also because I'm not easily manipulated. Like, I can smell fake from any distance away, okay? So, the first time she messaged me, honestly, I don't even remember if I messaged her back. I was just like, whatever, chick. Like, whatever. But that second time she did it, it was during this time that Ken had actually, like, threatened me. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. And she says in the messages, she's like, I tell him not to comment on people's stuff. Like, she tells me that. Like, what? Hence why he saw a hairbrush in the show, but I think the hairbrush was hers. Yeah, oh yeah, the hairbrush was hers. Right, that's why I was curious. I feel like you could tell. Yeah, oh yeah, you can. Yes, Melissa's dad, GRB, and Nick. Okay, what? Well, I don't know. I know Nick uses it, and I think there's like a story behind because they call him like Mr. Smiley because he's always smiling. I've never seen Melissa use it. I don't know where you would have seen that at. But I mean, Melissa is like her dad, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. She is a lot like her father. Super cute. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Trippy tribe. He's always smiling because he's off. Not Melissa, her dad. Well, I know because he's the happy face killer. I know that. I've done a lot of research into Melissa G. Moore, including being contacted by her ex-husband, who also feels the same way I feel about her, but just wants happiness for his children. Getting nap but listening. Oh, well, thank you. Welcome in. Welcome to the Trippy Tribe. A lot of people just listen. And if you're interested in just listening, be sure to check out my podcast, Blurred Lines, Crime, Conspiracy, and the Truth Behind the Gossip. I'm dropping a brand new episode on Friday, which is going to be a conspiracy theory. And I'm super into this one right now. I heard it. I was listening to a podcast about it, and I was like, I have to do one about this. So be sure you are listening wherever podcasts are available. You can also listen over on my YT channel. Be sure you're subscribed there. I combine all of my videos on my YT channel. So like if you see that I've been doing like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 of Gypsy Rose Blanchard's emails, like of what I've reviewed on Into the Weeds podcast so far, I put all of those together so you can watch it in one video seamlessly. Okay, so be sure you're following there too. Not new, just changed my name here. Oh, awesome. Oh, can't wait. Love hearing conspiracy stuff. I know. I was just saying I love doing conspiracy stuff because it gives me the open platform to be like, what if, you know? With true crime, it's more like, even though we talk about conspiracies with the true crime cases, you still have to get the facts right about it, or it kind of does the story no justice at all, especially like for the victims and stuff. So that's the hard part, but that's why I love conspiracies. So I'm gonna try to start doing like monthly, like I'm gonna do true crime, something like that's like viral, TikTok, and then missing and conspiracy. So I put your last podcast on 3 times when I went to bed. Your voice is total ASMR. Asleep in 5 minutes. Aw, I'm gonna listen during the day. Aw, thank you. I've been told that so much, but I've also been told your voice is fucking annoying. And honestly, that's how I feel, because I have to. So listen, when I'm talking to y'all, I have to listen to my voice. When I'm doing videos, I listen to my voice. I have to watch my videos so I can edit it. I have to listen to my voice. That book reading shit was the worst. I don't know if I'll ever do it again, guys, honestly. Oh, thank you. Your voice is not annoying at all. Thank you, Stephanie. No, honestly, you have a great voice for media. Aw. I've never been told that, but I do need to work on my enunciation, and I also need to work on my like accent and stuff like that. So that's like the bane of my existence, honestly. When I was doing my podcast last time, because I had a podcast before this and I just really didn't know the direction, but on that podcast, I started learning how to like enunciate and like stop, because when you're doing a podcast, it's a lot different than filming like a video. So I feel like I have to like train myself to do what I need it to do. But it also comes into the factor that my mic that I have is a piece of trash and says it's noise canceling, but it's not. So, that's going to be probably my next purchase is a mic. So I do have, if you guys are ever interested, no pressure at all for anyone. But on my podcast, I do have a GoFundMe, and it just helps support me. I don't monetize on that platform. So it supports, I have to pay for a sharing platform to share it everywhere you can listen. And then I also, like equipment and stuff like that, and buy me a laptop, you know, and that's money I've earned here, not over there. So until I start monetizing, like I have that GoFundMe up, just if anybody feels like donating, if you want to hear it and keep listening. But it's no pressure at all. It's just something I put up because stuff is expensive to freaking do podcasts, especially to upgrade. And not only that, I actually friended a couple of people yesterday. I need to reach out to, because I need people for music. So if you or anybody you know knows about music and creating music that's like non-copyrighted music, so I can just tag you in it, it would be pro bono for right now. So if you or anybody you know can do that for me, I need like a creepy, like funky, I don't know, some type of vibe, you know what I mean? So let me know. Send me an email. Oh, thank you. Are you from California or Canada? No, I'm not. You're definitely my favorite to listen to. I'm new to all this. Aw. Good morning, Stacy. I have a friend I can ask. Yeah, it would all be like, I'll shout you out everywhere, like wherever you want me to shout you out, I'll shout you out. But right now I can't pay you. Eventually I can pay you like for rights to tracks. But not right now, unfortunately. Thank you for sharing the live. I'll send you pics first. Aw, thank you, Carrie. He's on Spotify now. Oh, that's cool. So I also am going to look into getting a P.O. box for a couple months, because I've had a lot of people ask if they can send me stuff. So I'll let you guys know if I end up doing that. I'll probably make a post about it, and let you guys know the information. Yeah. Yeah, because I've had a handful of people like message me and be like, oh, I'd love to send you this, or I'd love to send you that. But yeah, I just, like I said, I'm buying my laptop. My laptop is like a thing because I did have a good month last month, on here and on YouTube. So that's kind of something that upgrades my stuff, because like I said, I'm gonna do like lives on YouTube, and we'll like go through different things like the autopsy, like the emails. We can go over everything if you guys want to. And I want to do reaction videos and stuff like that. And unfortunately with my husband's computer, he hasn't cleaned it, first of all, and second of all, I just feel bad because it's his computer, you know, like he plays video games on it and stuff. So yeah. So I'm happy to have like my own space finally. I like to put back into what's making me money. I need it for editing and specifically for my other ventures into doing stuff. So be careful where stuff is manufactured before sending. USA heavily taxed items made in China. Yeah. We have the, what is it called? The tariffs or whatever. Yeah. Super cute. I'm not involved in any of that drama. That drama is just nonsense. It's all wild and overwhelming, and I'm backing away. Yeah. Yeah. I don't deal with any of them. I've even unfollowed most of the creators that I was following. I don't want to be involved in the Gypsy drama between creators. All I can say is use your better judgment when you're donating to a cause that you think is a good cause and that you think your money is going towards. And don't trust no one. Honestly, don't trust no one. I know Bayou Bell, they're expensive. Creator against creator drama is what Gypsy wants. She could do sneaky-ish, yep. Right, so you are judged by the people you support. It's your reputation at the end of the day. Good morning, Jackie. Yeah, I think a lot of people in that are beefing, especially because a lot of them are older ladies, and I'm not like throwing shade at certain people or anything like that. I'm telling you, a lot of the people that are beefing are either older or they are easily manipulated, and they don't realize that what they're being perceived as. Oh my god, thank you for the rose bear, Goth Mom. They don't realize what they're being perceived as is not something that the media is going to be like, oh yeah, this person's credible, let's listen to everything they say. You know what I mean? It's just not. And they don't realize that everything they're doing, be it that you're upset, you're screaming on live, be it that you're trying to prove a point or whatever, you're making the whole entire people believe Gypsy more, because you're over here fighting over stuff that's just like, what's the point, you know? I had unfollowed you also in a hurry. Adult women. Oh, you had unfollowed me? I'm not like that. I never been like that. Stressing as there's so many creators at war, I don't know who to watch. Nina has. Not surprised. I don't want to be a part of the drama. If I like you, I like you. Yeah. It's whatever. It's honestly whatever. Like, I wish that people would see that the way they're perceived is the way that you're going to be perceived in everything. It just because if media does pick it up, they're going to ask you like, okay, well, why were you yelling at this creator on this day? You know, I don't know. This is why I only listen to you. You're straight up honest. I try to be, but I also don't want to be involved, because the minute my name is mentioned, I become involved. But not to say that I could become involved and it bothers me. If anything, it makes people come to my page and then they're like, oh my god, you're such a cool chick. And they're like, okay. She lost me when she said y'all liked her because of the color of her skin. I said, what? Y'all, she's always been like that. There's a backstory with me and that one too, but I'm tired of telling it. I like how you barely acknowledge the story of Ivory Rose Grows. So I did make a video about it, and honestly, like, that's her prerogative, but I've only kind of expressed it here on my live that she has come to me for advice, and I have given her advice, and I gave, you know, we've had really long conversations, me and her. And for her to do that, it just shows that she is really manipulated. And for her to say, oh, we just met up so we can squash things, but then all these other people are on live saying they're spending hours talking, or they're on the phone, or they're talking to this person. That's not squashing things. That's literally becoming friends with your enemy. The person that allegedly cost you all of this stuff, because she expressed everything to me. Do I feel like she's been working with them this whole time? No. But I do feel like she was manipulated into thinking that she was the problem and she was doing something wrong. So thank you, Barbara, for coming in. I appreciate it. So, yep. There you go, Goth Mom. Thank you. I'm not sure if it's true, but others have said anyone not supporting her decisions can kiss her. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much she has. She's pretty much said, this is what I'm gonna do. And honestly, everything that she's doing now is just proving more that she's become just like them. So honestly, it's better for her to step away, try to find a job, get her life together, and just let it be. Like, for real. But again, if she's talking to them, she's not gonna just let it be. I'm confused about Ivory Rose Girls as she's saying no drama, but she posted. Well, that says enough. She can go BBFs. Yeah. And it's not to say she is best friends with them or whatever. It's to say she was manipulated into thinking that she was the problem. So she expressed that she was the problem when she was never the problem. If she was really just telling the truth about things she heard that were around town, where was the problem at? So is that insinuating that she wasn't ever telling the truth about what was going on down on the bayou? Or was it that she felt guilty because she was taking information that people were feeding her? Like, what is it? You know? I could never be friends with someone who cost me my job. And was that even true? You know, it makes you kind of question a lot of things in that sense. Hello, good morning. May I ask, who are you talking about? Just got here. Same, I tried asking questions and she was on a tirade. She could just stand proudly with the baby. Fantastic. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. But it's whatever. It's, again, it's irrelevant drama that honestly was for the Lifetime show. I'm sure she got approached by Lifetime, and who knows, Lifetime probably even paid her. She's said that she's had a hard time finding work. She said it's a hard time finding places to get a job at in her area. So who's to say that wasn't true? But we will see, because it will come out, you know? Thank you for the heart, Dazed and Confused. I figured it out. Thanks anyway. Maybe getting her job back was the reward for stopping. You're keeping it on topic and not treating followers like fans. We're all people. Oh yeah, of course. You guys are all people. Thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. She hasn't, Toxic Barbie. Yes, I try my very, very best, and my moderators are the best. Shout out to Goth Mom. I don't know if I have any other moderators in here. Thank you for the heart. They keep saying this isn't about the billboard, but they didn't start the drama until after the billboard. About what, Holly? She hasn't spoken to anyone that was on her side. She hasn't. I messaged her too. She never messaged me back. She still follows me though. I actually took her off my following. Did I take her off? I know I took off a couple of people off my following. It's okay, Bayou Belle. Got the feeling there is something else going on in her life, nothing to do with G stuff. Well, yeah, because she can't find a job. She's expressed that. I like how Ryan said the billboard was so wrong and then 5 minutes later said it was hilarious. I know. I was so confused by that. I was like, wait, because I seen two different clips and I'm like, oh, so he liked it or he didn't like it? I failed to understand. It was very confusing. I know. It's like, sometimes if you're confused, just don't even try to understand it. Honestly, because if you're confused, there's either a lie or it's something you shouldn't know. So he liked it. He just doesn't want to fully turn on her. True that. Rebecca, thank you for the hand hearts. I appreciate it. I feel like they use the billboard to be a springboard for drama against Jen. Well, Jen puts that upon herself with her past, so thank you for the follow, Mama Shark. He said it would have been wrong if it was someone else, but it was funny it was her. That's what I gathered. That's what I gathered too, but I don't know. A lot of people do stuff for money. Thank you for keeping it grounded. Of course, Rebecca. I will always try to keep this 1 foot. And like I said, I don't know if any of you guys seen in my... I had made a video about all this freaking drama and stuff. but in my caption, I have been talking to somebody in the media and gaining trust, and I don't know kind of where they're at in exposing it, but I do know that the stuff that I've provided them, they're like, what? Like, why? So I think they're trying to find like the why of the media not getting into it. So I love you, but why can't we stop talking about bad about people? Can't we just talk on to peace? What? We're talking bad about people. We're talking about true crime and about the cases going on. Can't we just talk on topic? That is the topic. What is the bad about people? Let me ask you that. So what is the bad about the people that you don't like specifically that we are talking? No, I want to know, like, what do you feel about that? This was a reminder how fast things can go. Sarah, thank you for the coral. I mean about all the creators. So again, because this is where I talk about that stuff, because people are interested in that stuff. I don't make videos about creators and do all of that stuff, right? And if I feel a way about a creator and somebody says something about it, I'm gonna express the way that I feel about that creator, because I have a reason to feel that way. And you do too. If you feel different, you can put it not in like a bitchy or mean or sarcastic way, but you can be like, I don't believe any of that, and we will respect you here. I'm not gonna sit here and block you, and that's why I told people to not go after you, because I really wanted to know what bothered you about what you thought, because that's what kind of creator I am. So I hope that you can understand that. I think someone just wandered into the wrong room. No, and guys, we're not gonna do that. Like, don't start attacking people. I really just wanted to know. And if you feel a different way, if it was the Jen comment that struck you and you feel a different way, express that. I'm not saying my opinion is the only one that matters here, you know? Just be like, I don't feel like that's right, and I don't feel like that's facts, you know? We all have our own opinions, and we respect everyone here. Yes, as long as you're kind about it. That's it. I respect you because you present facts without feelings. Yep. Thank you. I appreciate it. Wendy, good morning. You misunderstood. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like, we're not gonna be like, I think, I get where you're coming from, but I'm just saying because a bunch of people did it, but I know I like you for that, but I just feel everyone is attacking everyone. I wasn't trying to be mean. It's okay, Allie. And that's why I wanted to know, like, where you were at with it. Like, what made you say that? You know what I mean? And I understand that, and that's what we've actually been talking about. So I don't know if you just came in the room or not, but that's actually what we've been talking about, is that these people are attacking one another and they're not in the right mindset to basically just be like, okay, we need to stick to this, and they don't realize that people are perceiving them in a different way, and media is not going to pick it up. But if somebody comments something and I feel a way, that's just how I'm going to say. I'm not sitting here bashing other creators, and everybody that's been in here since I started my live will tell you, we're not sitting in here bashing other creators. They do what they do, and they do whatever. And if you follow them, cool, that's awesome. But I just wave a white flag of use your discretion, use your frontal lobe, and don't trust everyone, including me. You don't have to trust me either. This is a safe space. Yes, thank you for the follow. I'm sorry. It's okay, Ellie. It's not your fault. I love the insight. I love people like you that will come in here and be like, I don't like this, and tell me what you don't like, so I can grow from that. If you do not, if somebody, even one person, feels like I am doing something that is against what I've ever said I was going to do, or you feel like I'm switching or whatever, let me know. Just don't be mean about it. Like, don't be and I'm not saying Ellie was mean. I'm just saying there's been people that have come into my life before and they're just so mean about it. They're like, oh, you're just like them. Like, no. Like, tell me your problem. We can resolve it. I don't feel like you're bashing. Thank you. Some creators do lash out at their followers. They do. Some do. I am not one. The point is to expose the truth and stop letting her control the narrative. Yep. And to get media. Honestly, a bunch of creators out of pocket for sure. I mean, stop letting Gypsy control the narrative. Yep, for real. You have so high censor here, it's hard to write. You have so high censor here, it's hard to write? We don't have any censored anything. It's just kind comments. I don't have anything blocked. No words, no nothing. I like bashing Gypsy, but that's me. Yeah, and again, to each their own. If you want to bash, if you want to call her gyp shit, I'm against doing all that shit. Because honestly, she's never hurt me in my life. So that's the one thing I can say in my opinion of things. That, yeah, have a problem with it, whatever. Yeah, it must be TikTok. I just feel like these creators have been awful to each other and it makes me think differently of them. Exactly. And that's what we are talking about, Allie, is that basically that's not the point of it. And them fighting makes them less reliable, especially when they're screaming or doing the most on all this stuff. And that's what we were talking about here, is just like how it's extra. It's just so extra now. I've stayed on point. Again, I have a contact in media that I have been trying to gain trust with. And they are stunned that this isn't part of what the media has. So I am doing what I thought that we were all doing along the way. I didn't think that we were reaching into our followers' pockets for different things. I didn't think we were doing all of that. I thought our goal was always to get to the mainstream media. So then she could just look like a dumb nut and Lifetime can look the same way. You know, like I'm following what I've always said. You're not wrong about the creators turning against each other. Ali, it's for the birds. Yup, it is for the birds. Thank you, Joni. I try. I'm not about making fun of how she looks, making fun of the baby, etc., but happy to call her out. Yup. So warm here. English is not my language, but I'm so tired because of the weather. Aw. Exactly. If they put her on Dancing with the Stars, I'm done with society. You also have to think of it this way. If they put her on Dancing with the Stars, what if we get the media to expose it during Dancing with the Stars? But also, Dancing with the Stars has been known to do things with people that are not the most savory, you know? So it wouldn't be surprising. Aw, Ellie, that's a part of me. I said that this morning to a troll that they made an assumption on my character and my stance on Gyp. Yep. Brandles, thank you for the heart. Doobie, thank you for the rose. Dancing with the Stars and controversial people. Yeah, I don't remember. I think there was... I don't know, honestly. I don't watch it, but I heard a few things. Carol Baskin, that's kind of weird. There was somebody else, though, like a while back. Wasn't there like another... Exactly, it's a rumor, but I honestly wouldn't put it past this. Well, yeah, so it is a rumor. So basically, she had told Tori Spelling, which there's another one. Because wasn't she on Dancing with the Stars? Anna Delvey. Yes, that one, Molly. Oh my God, that girl was a con artist. Anyways, hi, that con artist from... Yeah, I don't know. How can anyone think Gypsy is a star? Who was to... Oh no, when Gypsy was on the podcast with Tori Spelling, she had asked Tori Spelling about being on Dancing with the Stars, and Tori was like, yeah, I know the executive producer or whatever. So Shelby thing, that girl was a con artist. Yeah, look it up. Would. She isn't a star for that show though. True. But again, like I said, Anna Delvey, she was only known for being a con artist. So, you know, their standards are kind of low already. So, anyways. Alright, guys, I should hop off because I need to clean my bathroom. And, I have to clean my bathroom and I have a lot of things to go do today because I have to go pay some bills. So, thank you for the follow, Holly. I appreciate it. Be sure you guys check out my podcast, Blurred Lines, Crime Conspiracy, and the Truth Behind the Gossip. Basically, I will be uploading on Friday. It's going to be a conspiracy theory, and you don't want to miss it because, guys, I have deep dived into this conspiracy theory just yesterday, but I had listened to a podcast on it, and oh my god, mind blowing, right? So, and be sure you're following my YouTube channel. I post all of my videos like in one format so you guys can watch it all the way through. I have posted, I think it was like the first part of Gypsy Rose's like emails that Into the Weeds podcast, and I do have the drive now, so I will look into posting all that. So hopefully I can find a laptop today or tomorrow so we can start doing stuff and I can set it up and do all the fun stuff with you guys, okay? So yeah, we gotta get to cleaning. So I recommend, if you guys listen to podcasts, I recommend, if you haven't, I know a lot of people watch Crime Junkie. I listen to Crime Junkie, sorry. Serialistly with Annie Elise, and also Inhuman, a true crime podcast, awesome. Also from Crime Junkie, So Supernatural, that's what I've been listening to. And what was the other one? Park Predators. Park Predators is awesome. So if you guys listen to podcasts while you clean, there's a couple suggestions, including my podcast, Blurred Lines. There's plenty to listen to if you haven't listened. So, well, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay positive, stay awesome, and we'll talk about it next time. Bye, guys.